Hey everybody. So, probably you could tell just by the way I said that, I have no voice tonight. Feeling okay, but just woke up this morning with scratchy, sore-ish, and then that went away, and now I have this voice. So, I have no project for tonight. Believe it or not, I am crazy busy trying to finish last minute projects and packing, and we leave tomorrow for a cruise. But I wanted to come in and say hey and happy new year, and I'm going to miss you. I will not be live in January, but I will be posting and we'll put stuff in the group and on my page because I miss you. And a whole month is forever for me. So I just wanted to come in tonight and say, hey, and hello, and happy new year. And this is not the way I wanted to start off the year. And luckily, I don't feel bad. I just sound it. But I want to hear what kind of things did we get for the holidays? What gift cards did we get that we're wanting to maybe spend that money on? And y'all help me out tonight so that way you are chiming in and helping me. So hello Krista, hello Harriet, Dorothy. How cold is it in Michigan, Dorothy? Because we were about sunburned on Christmas, and then today it's like 30 degrees. So all the fun things of the holidays. You were a good girl. You just haven't brought your present yet. I know, Karen. And Gummy Bear, hello, hello. It's 19 degrees, and I thought it was cold here. 19 is just, I'm going to take glasses off. When I come to you live without my makeup and hair done, but I just got carried away working on something, packing suitcase. We leave in the morning and we're driving because there's a ton of stuff. Y'all have no clue. So for those of you that are joining on any of the crafty or sewing sales, you've seen there's a lot of stuff on board and it has to get there somehow. So we crate it sometimes, we drive it sometimes. So we have a lot of stuff, and I'm finishing up getting my projects all suitcased and bagged up. So I'm ready. I can't wait for the cruise, and it's 5 weeks of cruising. That's a beautiful life. I can't wait. I can't wait to meet some new people. I can't wait to see some old friends that I know are joining. And Reen, I am glad that you got your sewing space cleaned. If I moved my camera right now, most of you would probably call Red Cross and declare it a disaster zone because it is absolutely terrible. I couldn't find something earlier, and you know how that is. You just start pulling out in a frantic mode until you find it, and I don't have time to clean up. So my house is getting house set, so we have a babysitter for the house. Maybe they'll clean some of it. I can only hope, right? And did anybody get a new machine or a new something for Christmas that they were excited about? I'm saving. I want a new serger. And so I have been Amy Bachman from Amy Sews. She has her serger box. And so she has been tempting me with a new Burnett 68. So that's what I've been looking at, but I haven't pulled the trigger just yet because I'm not going to be here. But I have a serger. It's a very old one, and I would kind of like to have a newer air thread. And so I'm excited about learning how to use the serger a little bit more. I have several of her boxes that I haven't opened lately just because it's been, a little crazy, and I don't like my serger. So I am excited to think about getting a new serger. So gummy bears on 3rd and 4th. Looking forward to. Yeah, it's 20 degrees. Guess what? It's going to feel great when we're on the cruise. It's really, really going to feel great. And I love that you, Teresa, that you got a new 680. I have an old 6 needle that has been a workhorse, and I mean, it has been a beast of a machine, so you can't go wrong. And then I got a 10 needle, and I love my 10 needle too. But I think multi needles are great machines, and especially it's just easy to hoop a lot of those things. So I like all the things. And hello, Yolanda. We'll be seeing you soon. Happy New Year to Pam. And I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to get all the things caught up. I would have done the sew along too, Dorothy. I always think that's a lot of fun. I've done several on the New Year's and enjoy it. And thank you for sending me some chicken soup. I have not, yesterday I didn't feel great. Today I feel much better. I just sound terrible, but I really have not wanted to eat much. But chicken noodle soup always, always works wonders. So, speaking of chicken noodle soup, to me, there's chicken and stars, chicken and rice, chicken noodle. They're all about the same. But there's only one brand for me, and that's Campbell's. And I love, love, love Campbell's soup. So how do you make yours? Because Ron thinks I'm a little odd. We all know he thinks I'm a little odd about a lot of things. But I make mine with a can of milk, no water, a can of milk, and a pat of butter, because I think that fat adds something to it. And then a ton of black pepper and garlic salt. And the sicker I am, the more garlic salt that I want, because it's like suddenly I don't have taste buds. But we have a new year coming. We have new scan and cut classes coming out. I will be sending out a newsletter tonight or in the morning, depending on when I get it finished. And I have the first few months of classes already laid out, what we're going to be doing in scan and cut. And then I have ideas for the whole year. So I'm going to put those ideas in, and I would love to get feedback on what you think, things that you would like to maybe learn that I wasn't thinking of. February is fabric, fabric, fabric. So we're going to talk about all the ways to cut fabric with our scan and cut and using scan feature with fabric. So February class that I'll be posting will be, let me see what the date of that is, because that's the second Thursday. So that will be February 12th. And those classes are $20. If you send me an email telling me that, yes, you want to attend, and I don't send you an invoice, don't worry. Even when I get back at the I don't get back until February. I'll get them sent out beforehand. So don't worry. I'll take care of it. But everything will be fabric, fabric, fabric with our scan and cut. So that will be February. I already got that one. And then I have, like I said, different ideas, different things set up. But I want to hear what you might want to do and classes that you might want, because I love doing like glass etching and using my scan and cut to make stencils. Some of you may have done it. Some of you may not have. I like teaching techniques as far as like knockout designs and things like that. So that's one of the classes that I have scheduled. And Kathy, I'm so glad you made a live. I will apologize that I do not look and sound my best tonight, but I'm here with full heart. And like I said, I just wanted to join you and say, hey, and Happy New Year and all the things, because I've missed you, and it's going to be a long month without doing lives. I'm going to try to do a live from the boat, from the ship, but I never promise because, you know, you have ship Wi-Fi, ship internet. It doesn't always have enough signal, but I'm going to try to. And Christy, I'm going to have a great month. It's going to be a great time. And I'm trying, it's funny, I'm trying to read as we go. We need you to teach us to make some kind of cord to go with card. Oh, that's it. That's a great idea to make a card to go with Rhonda's freestanding lace angels. I immediately have something in mind that would two or three different things. So thank you so much. I will put that on the list because I immediately have a couple different ideas. And Linda, you don't have to have a scan and cut. There's very few things that I teach on the scan and cut that only the scan and cut does. And I always will say what that is. We have people that have silhouettes. We have people that are crickets. Most of the crowd has scan and cuts. As long as you know how to do your software, then I can teach. It's the same techniques. And the software, there's some similarities. And if you ask me, then I can walk you through it. I was a silhouette user and instructor. I got licensed for silhouette like in 2016, I think 16. So I've taught silhouette for many, many years. And then I went to work for a brother dealer, had scan and cut, and became proficient at that and started teaching. And then I taught Romeo and Juliet for Caesar. So I teach all the machines except for Cricut. That was, I was back in the day of cartridges. So I definitely would say, yes, join us. And then if you have a question, I can help answer it. Not, that's not hard to convert from silhouette over to scan and cut. One thing that I will show, one of the great things about a scan and cut is it does have a scanner. The same technique you can kind of do using a pick mat for silhouette. But that's everything else is software and learning how to dial in your blade and that kind of thing. But I'm excited about February just because it's time. People have been asking about fabric questions. I've had several people reaching out to me lately with emails and private messages asking different questions. So I know people got new machines for Christmas because the last week I've had several different comments of how do you do this? How do you download software? So I'm always glad to help when I can. And I will say this for anybody that's new that maybe didn't have a scan and cut, I definitely recommend downloading the desktop version, not not just the online version, but the desktop version. And I would, for somebody that's new with silhouette, I prefer legacy software version 4.5 something versus the brand new software, because to me it still has some kinks in it, and I kind of like the older one better. So that's what I tend to use. I a lot of times will download the newest one on one computer and then try it out. And if I don't love it, then I just go back to the other version. I haven't loved the newest version, so I went back to a legacy version. And I can see, quite a few. Jill made it home. She was over this afternoon. Hello, Sandy. And Heidi, yes, you do. There's other things that it can do besides just cutting adhesive vinyl. But adhesive vinyl is a lot of fun. I just got finished cutting a lot of vinyl for a cruise project, and it was some vinyl that we talked about, and they had a new color that I'd not seen, and it is the one that changes color with temperature. And so they had a new like bright pink one, so I was really excited about that. Barb, I highly recommend the business edition of Silhouette, and you can have business edition and still have legacy version of that software. Rhinestone question. Okay, I'm assuming there's not a way to take the stones off the transfer tape when it's not sticky enough to hold them on without just starting all over. Thank you. I text Ron that I needed some chocolate milk because my throat's getting dry talking. I didn't even have time for coffee. I just was like, I need some chocolate milk. Yeah, if it's not sticky enough to hold it, then you're going to have to start over. So tell me a little bit more, because transfer tape for rhinestones typically is specifically made transfer tape for rhinestones. I'm going to grab a piece so that you can see what I mean. And if you see my outfit, I apologize. So it usually looks something like this. The backing of it is different. It is a thin, like milky, and it's got a texture to it. This feels different than like heat transfer because it's a little bit thinner and malleable. So that's what makes it nice for rhinestones, because when you press that down, it really does do a good job sticking to those rhinestones. And you can see I just threw it over there in the pile. What do you think of my fabric back here behind me? I was working on a new New Year's background, but I'm not going to be here. And let's see, hot tea with lemon, milk makes more. I know I did need something, but I could just think of chocolate milk when I was trying to text real fast. I said I really needed something stronger today to break everything up. We'll see what the night brings. And I've reused my tape a couple of times, but typically not more than that. And so by then I did have a huge, I'm trying to see if I can reach it. You know, I made one of those bows, and when I did the bow, I dropped it and I've got stuff. So I'm going to have to sit there and pick all the rhinestones off of it and start all over again. I'm trying to see if I can find where I stashed it, but I don't see it. Let's see, just cut fleece using the rotary cutter. Don't you love those snowballs? They are so much fun. And that's about the, you know, I don't love the rotary blade. I'm not going to lie and say that I think everybody needs it. It works for some things great, but if it's like the snowball is a great shape to be able to do, but it doesn't work great on a snowflake because it picks it up, it turns, picks it up, turns, picks it up, turns, and that's why it takes so much longer when you're using the rotary cutter. And I definitely, you know, if you think about when you have a rotary blade in your hand, and if you've not seen this rotary blade, this is called the Shark Apply Cutter, and it's available at Missouri Star. Look, so look, it has like a stiletto and an inside outy thingy is what I would say to poke. Look, y'all, he made me coffee because he knew. Look how tiny. And they sell tiny little replacement blades. So this is my now favorite one to travel with, along with my favorite cutting mat. If y'all didn't see when I was talking about the cutting mat, it folds. So it's my favorite. But what was I saying? So if you have, this is like a rotary blade, you can make the shape to do the snowball. But if you were trying to do a snowflake, you have to pick it up, move it, pick it up, move it, pick it up. And then what happens, the blade will miss little fibers from where it's picked up and set back down. And so it always doesn't give you a smooth, clean cut. And Alma, I know that, I know I'm going to feel great. As soon as I'm around everybody, we're going to have such a great time. I do have some tea packed. I packed some ginger and peach. And again, I don't really feel bad. I just sound bad. But I don't know if this is the beginning or what it is. I did have to cut a whole lot of acrylic, and I think that just irritated me. And no, Raspy Voices is not going to do. Allison's telling me I need tea, honey, lemon, and bourbon. I just might. And that fabric is so, thank you. I do have a good man. And Terry's saying she loves her folding mat. I'm trying to reach mine without knocking something over. But I can't right away. So if you didn't see when I was talking about this, Crafty Co, we had, the advent calendar. And this was one of the days. And look. See right there? Look. And the back of it is just this really cool, it's kind of like the back of a mouse pad. But I love the way, see, look how that and that, it just matches so cute. So I absolutely love it. And let's see. I missed a question. The folding mat is awesome. I absolutely, when I did the video, y'all could tell I loved it. And let's see. Marianne said she got the Cricut Bright Pad, and it does help weeding, I feel like. Hello, Lisa. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year coming. And Tammy, I'm an enabler. It's my job. And Barb, I'm cruising the whole month of January and the first week of February, 5 weeks, back to back to back to back to back, and back again, I guess. 2 different cruise lines. And let's see. And Amy, I was just talking about, I'm in love with that Burnett 68 that I have talked to you about. I was telling them that I was thinking of joining the surging world and was talking about your box just a moment ago. So, I'm always loving on you. And Karen, hope you enjoy the call with the grands, and nothing like a clean sewing room. I don't know what that's like. I never have one, ever. I have clean spots sometimes. And look what he just brought me. He brought me coffee. Oh, that's good. And Amy, just to tell you, I'm going to show these magnet sheets that you gave me go through the printer and do print and cut so beautifully. I did some ducks, of course, for the cruise. And I'm excited. Okay, Lisa, I'm going to have to look because I do worry about traveling as much as I'm going to be traveling about my immune system. So I try to really bone up ahead of time and try to stay healthy. I'm a huge believer in, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. And especially, on a cruise ship, I'm an elbow toucher, all those kind of things. But, I feel like sometimes you can overdo it and clean too much. I'm going to do 2 weeks. Are you going to come with me? Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, I can't. 20 sold out quick. It really did. 20 did. So, but I'm excited for. I love all the projects. I love everything about it. We have such a great time. I'm surrounded by such wonderful company, and I can't wait to be able to post a couple of things once we get going and talking about it. And I never ever miss an opportunity for caffeine, but if it's light on caffeine, that's great. Barb, have a great evening. Everybody else, I hope that you have a very great evening. I hope that you have a very happy new year. And I cannot wait to see what the new year brings us, because 2025 was a little rough sometimes. So I am really hoping for me and all of you that 2026 is the best ever. So I will get to packing, and I can't wait to see y'all all very soon. Bye, gang.